Niggas had 25 total kills.
Oh my god.
What? Bro, hell no.
What was that?
Nah, bro, hell no, bro. I call bullshit.
You
I
alright?
call straight bullshit.
Give me your hand.
I call congratulations on your fucking
Give me your hand.
bag of bullets. Bro.
Give-
Like, get
give
the
these.
fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Yeah.
Yo, what's good guys, it's your boy Gang here, and I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite graphics settings for Vanguard in 2022. Alright, so if we head into our settings, I will be covering the display, quality, and gameplay underneath the graphics. And later in the video, I will show you guys my settings for Nvidia if you guys have that. Alright, now to get into the settings, you guys should know this by now, nobody plays with VSync, go ahead and turn those off. Frame rate limit, I like to keep that at unlimited. And if we scroll on down here, all the way down to the on-demand texture streaming, it's the very last setting, turn it off. A lot of people have been saying turning this off does help with packet burst. Me personally, I really haven't noticed a difference, but I just keep it off anyway. Alright, now heading over to the quality tab, the first setting we have is render resolution. I like to keep my render resolution around 100. And for dynamic resolution, I have that on and I have it at 60. Alright, now heading into the textures and whatnot, I'm not really going to explain why I have every single setting the way I do. There will be certain settings where I stop and talk about why I have the certain setting though. So for level of detail distance range, I keep this as standard because this setting basically is how well you can see things that are far away. And if you want to, go ahead and crank that up to long if you want to see even further, but I like to keep that as standard. Kind of the same thing with distant level of detail. I like to keep this at high instead of low. It'll help you see things that are in the distance a little bit better. Same with clutter draw distance. It has to do with like rocks, foliage, boxes, anything like that. It'll help so far away it won't look too pixelated. For cache sun shadows and cache spot shadows, you need to keep those settings on. Alright, this setting right here, the Fidelity FX CAS, I can't stress this enough. Make sure that you have this turned on and all the way to 100. If you don't have this turned on, your game will look super blurry, and I promise you, you'll have no idea why. So make sure that you turn this setting on. Okay, now heading over to the gameplay tab, make sure that you have your Nvidia Reflex low latency turned on. If you want on plus boost, go ahead. I just like to keep mine on. Make sure that you have your weapon motion blur and your world motion blur turned off. And turn your camera movement all the way down. This has anything to do with like glide bombs, grenades, thermites. Okay, so now for me, I like to play on 120 FOV, but I know quite a bit of people like to play anywhere from like 90 to 115. Even then, if you're playing at that, you should turn your ADS field of view to affected. If you have this as independent, when you aim in, it'll go all the way back to 80 FOV, and I promise you, if you have it at affected, it'll help you with your aim and it'll feel like you have no recoil. And to head over into the color customization, this is what I personally like to use on the base game. So I use filter 2. My color filter target is for both. My interface color filter intensity is at 100. World color filter intensity is at 75, and my color palette is at Tritanopia. So for my personal color, I like to use yellow. My team color, I like to use this little darkish blue. For my party, I like to use a lighter blue just so on the minimap I can see my friends away from just a regular team. And for the enemy color, I like to choose this darkish pink kind of. The name tags and everything else is really easy to see with this color, but this is honestly up to you. Alright, now we're gonna head over into the Nvidia settings. Alright guys, that's basically all there is for the basic graphic settings in Vanguard. If you guys have Nvidia, make sure you sign up for these settings because trust me, they're amazing. Alright, now open up your GeForce. If you don't know how to do that, it's AltZ. Head over to Game Filters and open up a new tab, 1, 2, or 3. Me, I'm using 2. Make sure that you have all of these in order. Color, brightness/contrast, sharpen, and then details. Okay, so now for color, I have my tint color at 0%. Tint intensity at 0%, temperature at 0, and get vibrance as close as you can to 60. Alright, now into the brightness / contrast. Exposure at 0, contrast as close as you can get to 30, highlights as close as you can to 20. Turn your shadows all the way down to -100. Trust me, this helps so much. And keep your gamma at 0. And last but not least, details. Put your sharpen roughly around 35, clarity at 25, HDR toning at 15, and your bloom all the way down. Alright, so now I'm going to add one more filter called split screen. It's going to show the basic game from the filters that I added. I'm going to load up into the game and I'm going to show you guys just how good this is. Alright you guys, I loaded up Eagle's Nest because who doesn't like this map? Now I would show you guys what the enemies look like with this filter on, but you guys just got to take my word on this. This filter makes the enemies pop out and stand out way more than just the basic game. And I'm not gonna lie, it also makes the game look way more appealing. So yeah guys, this is really it for the graphic settings. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and expect new class setups soon for the snipers. Apparently soon the snipers are getting a buff and shotguns are getting a nerf. So with that being said, I'm going to be making more videos on class setups, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, I really hope that these settings help you guys out, and if they do, please let me know down in the comment section below.